decision. Bukayo Saka plays on that right-hand side as well. He has been arguably England's most consistent performer, very popular player.
You heard that? He has been arguably England's most consistent player, very popular player. He said it by himself, not me. He says Saka has been one of England's most consistent players. Listen.
Delivers good numbers, delivers performances.
So what's the problem?
We've seen madueke almost put in 2 performances that make him undroppable.
Now,
Pierce, that's a massive call. So
he said,
an England team tomorrow.
Let's pause. He said, welcome to the process. How we doing this lovely Tuesday morning? Before we dive in, do me that kind of favor, please like the video. Very, very important. Subscribe if you're new here, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. One more time, please like the video. I appreciate that. Please subscribe if you're new here, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. Saka, all the time. Like I've always told you guys, Arsenal is a marketable brand. Kai Havertz is a marketable brand. Saka is a marketable brand. See, they have to talk about Saka all the time to get their clicks, to get their likes, to get their shows going. Is just what it is. So once you understand that, it softens the blow. It gives you the understanding that, yeah, even though you can still going to listen to what they're going to say, but it gives you a baseline of understanding. Now, who are Saka going to be paired up with? Nico Williams, Yama, Foden, Kopama, any winger in the world, Saka has been paired up with that person. And most of the time, Saka comes out triumphant. Like, Saka has been consistent for the last 4 years, but yet they find a way to drag Saka into the mode of comparison with all these players. Nobody is saying Noni madueke has not been doing great, especially this season. He has been doing great. But for you to start saying, because he has played 2 good games, he should be benching Saka, Saka should be moved to the left. I don't find it very funny that this so-called English pundits or analysts, anytime a player in England sprouts up, it's Saka that has to vacate the position for them. It's not Foden, it's not Kopama. No. Those guys are sacred cows. But it has to be Saka that has to vacate. It's Saka that has to go and play the left back. Saka has to play the wing back to accommodate certain player that sprouts out. And yet they will tell you Saka has been consistent in numbers and performances, but yet they still find a way to disrespect Saka, make it make sense. You think I'm waffling? I'm going to play this clip courtesy Talk Sports. You can go and watch the full clip on their platform, their channel. If you enjoy it, support them. This is just for educational purposes, entertainment purposes. See, my guys, I want you to always listen to comprehend, to understand, so you can understand what's going on. Now, no matter how triggering the commentaries could be sometimes, it's still important. Even if you are listening from your quote-unquote ops, it's still important to listen, to understand, than to listen to react. Now, I'm going to play this clip. Listen carefully to what it's saying. I want to pull up some point. One more time, guys, please listen carefully to what's saying. So before I play, please like the video one more time. Like the video before I play this clip. Subscribe and make sure you turn on your notification bell. Fair use. Let's listen to this clip together, and I'll relay my reactions to it.
Noni madueke, and it's another difficult decision. Bukayo Saka plays on that right-hand side as well. He has been arguably England's most consistent performer, very popular player.
You heard that? He has been arguably England's most consistent player, very popular player. He said it by himself, not me. He says Saka has been one of England's most consistent players. Listen.
Delivers good numbers, delivers performances.
So what's the problem?
We've seen madueke almost put in 2 performances that make him undroppable.
Now,
Pierce, that's a massive call. So
he said,
an England team tomorrow.
Let's pause. He said Saka has been one of England's most consistent players in terms of performances and numbers, right? But madueke puts in 2 good performances. Let's display Saka. Make it make sense. How can you say, on one hand, Saka has been English most consistent player in terms of performances, in terms of the numbers and output, everything, but madueke has 2 good games? Let's display Saka. Who does that? See, that's why I say, guys, listen to understand. And you know, these guys just waffle. How do you make sense of that? Just because you're a TalkSport analyst doesn't mean we have to subject ourselves to your, well, I was a very low IQ appraisers. How can you, on one hand, say a player has been consistent in everything, performances and numbers and output for the last few years, but the player that has 2 games should displace that player? Let's come to listen to the concluding part of this.
Both are available. What do you do?
Well, you might turn around and say, can Saka play on the left-hand side potentially?
You see, can Saka play on the left-hand side?
It's a brilliant situation to have. You know full well every time you go to a major tournament, you bet your bottom dollar you're going to lose 3/4 players that are going to be essential to you that you want to pick in the squad.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, you want to have any.
You heard that? So Saka has to be moved around to accommodate other players who are not as good as him. Make it make sense. You don't have to move Foden around or Kopama, but Saka has to be sacrificial lamb to be moved around to accommodate players who have had just 2 good players. This is for the context of this conversation, because he admitted Noni has had 2 good games for England, but Saka has had multiple good games in the World Cup, in the Euros, has gone to 2 Euros, has gone to the World Cup. He was the best English performer and player at the World Cup. But Noni, who has had 2 good games in 2 inconsequential games, should take Saka's position, and Saka should be moved around. Maybe should be shoved as a left back or or on the left side, even though we know his strongest position is to play from the right wing. But somehow, because Noni has had 2 good performances, let's move Saka away. Make it make sense. It just shows that I don't want you guys know what is going on here. I don't have to lay everything out on YouTube. You know what is going on here. Let me remind you, if this was Foden, do you think we'll have the same conversation? No. Even though Foden has been poor this season. If this was Kopama, do you think we'll have the same conversation? No. But somehow, Saka has to be this constant sacrificial lamb. Constantly. And yet, when there's time to go to the English camp, Saka is running there. And yet, he takes all manners of disrespect from their pundits, from their former players, even from the country itself. We know what's going on. We know when he missed that penalty a few years ago. It has to be Saka who has to tolerate a lot of disrespect. Being compared to he's not good enough, but he's the barometer of comparison. Make it make sense. How can Saka be not good enough? But if any player sprouts out in any season, they are quick to compare him to Saka, but he has not been good enough. Guys, maybe I'm waffling. Maybe there's something I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. Why do you think it's easy for these guys to constantly, in my personal opinion, disrespect Saka? What do you think is going on? Because Foden, Kopama, they don't see this amount, this scourge of disrespect come their way. What do you think is actually betting this disrespect to Saka constantly? Let me know in the comment section. Like the video on your way out, very, very important. Subscribe if you're new here, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep supporting Arsenal and Arsenal players. Bye for now.